We are a generation obsessed with the hack, the shortcut, the guaranteed method. We want the 7-minute workout that builds a perfect body, the algorithm that promises viral fame, the investment that moons overnight. We crave guaranteed control. But what if this entire mindset is a trap? What if the key to unlocking a truly terrifying level of strength and mastery is hidden inside the most boring, most useless, most soul-crushing task you can possibly imagine? There's an ancient legend about a man who was given a task so absurd, so insulting, it felt like a cosmic joke. But by enduring this joke for 2 long years, he didn't just become strong. He learned how to bend reality to his will. This story isn't just about kung fu, it's about a fundamental glitch in our modern thinking, and it holds the secret to conquering the biggest challenges in your own life. The legend begins with a man named Tai Kwei. He was a good man from a village being bled dry by a tyrant. Filled with a righteous fire, he journeys to the one place that could help, the legendary Shaolin Temple. He arrives, expecting to be forged into a weapon. He wants the secret forms, the lethal techniques, the guaranteed path to becoming a protector. The head abbot, a master whose stillness seemed to contain more power than any movement, accepts him. Tai Kwei's heart soars. This is it, the journey begins. But the master's first instruction is the ultimate anticlimax. It's an insult wrapped in a chore. He points to a large, unmoving barrel of water and says, "Fill this every morning. Then, spend your day slapping the surface of the water with your open palms. Do nothing else. I will tell you when you are done." Imagine the white-hot humiliation. Day 1, he must have thought it was a test of obedience. Day 30, a cruel hazing ritual. By day 300, it was a certainty. He was being mocked. He was the temple's fool. While other students learned to break bricks and master elegant, deadly forms, his only companion was the monotonous, mocking slap. Slap, slap of water. His hands swelled and bled. His arms burned with a useless fire. His mind was a prison of rage and doubt. This is the first, brutal lesson of the story. True growth begins at the peak of your frustration. The master wasn't just assigning a task, he was building a psychological crucible. He intentionally created a void where guaranteed control could not exist. Tai Kwei couldn't measure his progress. There were no levels to unlock, no belts to earn. There was only the water, his anger, and the quiet decision he had to make every single sunrise to continue or to quit. Somewhere in the 2nd year, something inside Tai Kwei broke, but it wasn't his spirit. It was his ego. The fire of his frustration had burned for so long it had run out of fuel. What was left was a deep, profound emptiness, a state the Zen masters called Mushin no Shin, the mind without mind. His thoughts stopped racing, his anger dissolved. He was no longer a man slapping water. He was the force, the water, and the impact, all at once. The repetitive motion had become a form of deep, moving meditation. He had won the war inside his own head without even realizing it. Then came the moment of truth. At a dinner, a fellow monk playfully mocks him about his water kung fu. Tai Kwei, tired and empty, just dismisses him. "I learned nothing," but the teasing continues. And in a flash of irritation, not rage, but a pure, unthinking impulse, he slams his palm down on the heavy wooden table to silence them, and the world stops. There's a sound like a giant bone snapping. The solid oak table, a table that could seat a dozen men, lies in 2 clean pieces before him. Everyone is speechless. But no one is more shocked than Tai Kwei. He hadn't tried to break the table. He didn't use a technique. The power simply flowed out of him. In that deafening silence, he finally understood. The master had taught him nothing so that he could learn everything. He had been forging a weapon, not by adding, but by taking away. Taking away ego, taking away impatience, taking away the need for a guaranteed outcome. He had been forging silent steadfastness. This is where the ancient legend crashes into our 21st century lives. We are all Tai Kwei standing before a choice, the path of guaranteed control versus the path of silent steadfastness. Guaranteed control is the promise of the easy way. It's the framework you use without understanding the fundamentals. It's the diet pill instead of the lifestyle change. It's the get-rich-quick scheme. It feels good for a moment, but it's brittle. It breaks the second the situation changes. Silent steadfastness is the water barrel. It's the unsexy, invisible, foundational work that no one sees and no one applauds. It is the source of all real, unbreakable power. Let's make this real. 3 examples from our world. First, your career or skill. The path of guaranteed control is learning just enough to get by. For a coder, it's copying code from Stack Overflow without understanding how it works. You get a quick fix, but you're helpless when a real problem appears. The path of silent steadfastness is spending months, even years, doing the boring work of learning the fundamental languages, the core principles of logic. It's your water barrel. For a long time, it feels like you're falling behind. Then one day, you're asked to build something complex from scratch, and you realize you can. You don't need the guide. You are the guide. You've broken the table. Second, your financial freedom. Guaranteed control is the siren song of day trading, meme stocks, and chasing the next crypto pump. It's a frantic, anxiety-fueled attempt to control the market. and it almost always ends in ruin. Silent steadfastness is the painfully boring act of automatic investing. It's setting aside a piece of every paycheck, month after month, year after year, into a simple index fund. It feels like you're doing nothing. You are slapping water while others are seemingly hitting jackpots, but you aren't building wealth. You are building a fortress, brick by boring brick. And when the inevitable market crash comes, the guaranteed control players are wiped out. You, however, are fine. Your fortress holds. You've broken the table of financial instability. Third, and most importantly, your relationships. In a conflict, guaranteed control is the desperate need to be right. It's interrupting, making your points, and trying to win the argument. You might win the battle, but you are destroying the connection. Silent steadfastness is the incredibly difficult practice of shutting up and truly listening. It's enduring the discomfort of hearing something you don't like and choosing to understand rather than to react. It's your water barrel it feels like losing. But what you're actually building is the most powerful force in human connection: trust. And when a real-life crisis hits, that foundation of trust is the only thing that matters. It's the table that will never break. Ultimate strength in your career, your finances, your life is never found in the dramatic moment. It is forged in the quiet decisions you make when no one is watching. It is the cumulative power of 1,000 boring days. The legend of Tai Kwei is a challenge. It asks you to look at your life and identify your own water barrel. What is the difficult, unglamorous, repetitive work that you've been avoiding because it doesn't offer a guaranteed immediate reward? That is where your real power is hiding. Let me know in the comments, what is your water barrel right now? Share it and let's hold each other accountable. If this story resonated, hit that like button and subscribe to Thought Trek. We have a lot more to uncover in the Knowledge Vault. Remember, the world will sell you the shortcut, but true masters know the power lies in the process. Keep slapping the water.